Kaisel, lead the prayer. Amen. Okay. Good morning, class. Good morning, everyone. So, how was your day? How was your vacation in past few days? So, for today's morning, I am going to ask you, what have you learned in our discussion last meeting? Okay, Kyle. So yes, that's right. We have learned about the polygon, or we have discussed about the polygon. So what is polygon? So polygons have its what? Alright, very good. Polygon have its four side, four corner, and four angle. And those polygons are also called what? Okay, if you didn't know, so you will know later to our discussion. But before that, let's have first a activity. So I have prepared here a short activity, and you are going to do is you have to guess what is the word pertaining to this picture. So this activity is called 4 picks 1 word, and you are going to identify what is the word on this picture. Okay. So first, let's have the number 1 or the first pictures. So for the first pictures, it have a guitar, a straight line, and also a 1 point perspective view. Okay, Kyle, that's right. For the first picture, it's called parallel. Parallel. Okay, for the first picture, it's called parallel. So parallel lines is also a word for this one, but the exact word is called parallel. For the next pictures, okay, who wants to guess it? That's right. Okay, very good, Kaisel. For the next picture, it's called right. Okay, it's right. Just like this one, you have seen here a sign that is right sign, and also the okay sign, which is also meaning of right. So this word, or the word on this picture, is called right. Now, for the next picture, okay, John, very good. For the next picture, the word is angle. So as you can see here, it has a angle here. So this one, those picture is um, pertaining to a angle. So very good, everyone. You have learned, or you have known to our last discussion, last meeting. Okay, very good, everyone. You have a very good understanding in our last discussion, last meeting. Now, who's excited for the next? Good, it seems like you are all excited for our next activity. Now, for your next activity, it will going to be a pie group activity. So I will give you a shape, and you are going to do is to identify what shape it is and what is its properties. Using this cartolina or this manila paper, you are going to write it here, its properties. You are going to face the shape that I will be giving to you, and you are going to identify its properties. And after that, you are going to present it in front. So are you guys excited? Alright, very good. If you are excited, then group 1, this will be the group 1, this will be the group 2, and this will be the group 3. Group 1, this is your manila paper cartolina. Group 2, this is your cartolina. And group 3, this is your shape. Okay, you have 5 minutes to do, or 10 minutes to do this activity, okay? Okay, settle down, everyone. Your time is up. Oh, you are going to present it now in front of your class. Okay, group 1, can you please go in front and discuss it in our class? Okay, very good, group 1. You have a wonderful presentation. So the shape that you have sent here in front is called the square. And the properties of square, it have 4 equal sides, 4 equal angles, and 4 corners in it. and that is the properties of a square. So, group 2, can you proceed now in front? Okay, very good, group 2. For the group 2, the shape that I have been given to you is called the rectangle, and the rectangle also have its four sides and four corners, as you can see in your description. Okay, now for the group 3, for the last group, can you present it now in front? Okay, very good, group 3. For the group 3, your shape is called the rhombus, and the rhombus is also have its four sides, as you can see in your description. Okay, very good, everyone. You have well done the activity that I have been given to you. Down, everyone. So, we want to hear or want to learn a lot for today. Okay, very good. It seems like you are all prepared to learn for today. So, now let's proceed to our discussion. So, I wanted you to listen carefully to teacher and settle down, make yourself comfortable, and please listen carefully. So I have here a table or a table, yeah. And on this table, it is have a different shape. So what do you think these shapes are? So I have been giving you a activity earlier, and those activity have its shapes, and you describe it in front. So what do you think our topic for this morning? Okay, Kyle. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, very good, Ronji. Our discussion for this morning, or our topic for this morning, will be called the quadrilaterals. Okay, so the quadrilaterals, so as you can see here, the shape in front or in this table is have a four sides, four corners, and four angles. So, for the first figure, it is called what? Okay, very good. It's called the square. And what is the description in the square? As you can see here, the square have all sides are equal. And the opposite sides are parallel, and all of the four corners are right angle. So as you can see here, it have all equal sides, the square, and all of the four corners are right angle. This one, two, three, four, and in the opposite sides are parallel. Okay, very good observation, Banji. Now, for the next figure, so what do you call it? Very good. This shape is called the rectangle, and the properties or description of rectangle is opposite sides are equal and parallel. Very good. And all four corners are right angle. So, very good, everyone. Now, for the third quadrilateral, what do you call this one? Okay, very good, Elaine. This is parallelogram. So as you can see on the table, it is a parallelogram. The parallelogram description is the opposite sides are equal and parallel, and opposite corners have the same measure. Very good. Now, for our fourth picture, so what do you call this one? Very good, princess. For the fourth picture, it's called the trapezoid shape. So it is also a kind of quadrilateral. So the description of trapezoid is it has pair of parallel side, and it also have four corners, yeah, and it have also a different angle. So those or this shape is also classified as a quadrilateral. Now, for the last figure, what do you call this one? Okay, very good. This one is called the rhombus. And the properties of the rhombus are, okay, it's of all sides are equal. And for the next description, opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles are equal. So class, remember, these shapes in this table is called the quadrilaterals. So quadrilaterals, the descriptions, as you can see here, it have four corners, it have four sides, and it have four equal sides. Okay, if you hear that description, the shape description just like in this table, so you will classify it as you recall those shape as a quadrilateral. Do you understand? Okay, very good everyone. If you understand our discussion for this morning. So for your next activity, it will be called a fact or bluff. Alright. But before that, I wanted you to share some point. Okay. Guys, just remember that quadrilaterals is also important as our lives because quadrilaterals has many uses. It has uses also in architectural structure, just like buildings, building our houses, and then everything around us have a quadrilateral shape. Alright. Now, let's proceed to your activity. For your next activity, it will be called a fact or bluff. You are going to identify if this is a fact or a bluff. You have 5 minutes to do this, but before that, I will going to read those this description, and you are going to identify it is a fact or a bluff. For the number one, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral. Number two, a square is a parallelogram. Fact or a bluff. A kite is a trapezoid. A fact or a bluff. A square is a rectangle. Fact or bluff. And a rhombus is not quadrilaterals. Alright, you have 5 minutes to do this activity. And after 5 minutes, we will be going to answer this one. Okay, time is up, everybody. Your 5 minutes is already done. Now, let's go. Let's go answer this um, these questions or this statement if it is a fact or a bluff. So, are you ready? Very good. Now, for the first statement, it says here that a trapezoid is a quadrilateral. So this is a fact or a bluff. Now, for the first statement, this is a fact or a bluff. All right, very good. This is a fact. Why? Why is it a fact? Because a trapezoid is a kind of quadrilaterals, as we have discussed earlier. So very good. Now, for the next number, who wants to answer? Okay, Jane. A square is parallelogram. Alright, very good. This is a bluff because parallelogram is a kind of another shape and a square is a kind of another square also, but they are not fit together because a square is a kind of quadrilateral. So this is a bluff. Very good. Now, for our next picture or for our next number, so a square or a kite is a trapezoid. So it is a fact or a bluff. Very good. This is a fact. Okay, so a trapezoid is a kind of a kite or is like a kite. A kite is a shape of trapezoid. Now, for our fourth statement, it says here that a square is a rectangle. So it is a fact or a bluff. Alright, so who wants to answer? Okay, Kreismer. Very good. So a square is a rectangle is a bluff. Okay, so those are. So what is the correct statement? Will be the correct statement here. Okay, it will be better if he says a square have its four sides and a square is a kind of quadrilaterals. Not a square is a rectangle. So those are different shapes. Now, for the last number, it says here that a rhombus is not quadrilateral. So it is a fact or a bluff. Okay. Okay, who wants to answer? Okay, Jenica. Very good, Jenica. It is a bluff. Okay. It is a bluff. As you can see here, It says that as a rhombus is not a quadrilaterals, which is a rhombus is a kind of quadrilaterals. Alright, so very good everyone. Who will get the perfect score? Okay, it seems that all of you or some of you got a perfect score, and for those who didn't get it, so just give it up next time and you are going to get that perfect score. Manifest it. Okay, very good everyone. Now, okay, who wants to hear a story? Very good. It seems like you all want to hear a story. So I have a story for you. Last day, I went to a palace. Yes, to a palace. So there is a king there named King Quadrilateralis. So he invited me to go there in his palace, and we talked so much fun about his life. But King Quadrilaterals is shy. Yes, he is shy. Why? Because King Quadrilaterals forgets all of the name of his grandson and son. That's so emotional of him. He told me that he forgets all of those names, all of the names of his grandson and son. But he wants us to help him remember or identify each of names of his sons and grandsons by just telling us the description of each sons and grandson of King Quadrilateral. Who wants to help King Quadrilaterals to identify his sons and grandsons? Okay, very good. It seems like you are all willing to help King Quadrilaterals. Now, let's proceed to help King Quadrilaterals. For his first son, he told me that the description of his first son is the name of the son starts with the letter S and ends with the letter E. In the description, he told me that all sides of his first sons, are equal, and the opposite sides are parallel, and all of the four corners are right angles. So what do you think is the name of his first son? Okay, 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 Nira. That's right. The name of his first son is Square. Very good, everyone. Now, for his second son, he told me that the first letter of his second son start with the letter R and start with the letter E. Now, for the description, he told me that the opposite sides are equal and parallel and all four corners are right angles. So what do you think is the name of his second son? Who wants to answer? Just raise your hands. Okay, Elaine. Very good. The name of his second son is called Rectangle. So the name of his second son is Rectangle. Very good. So we are getting close to identify the son and grandson of King Quadrilaterals. Now, King Quadrilaterals told me about his third son. He told me that starts with the letter P and ends with the letter M. Now, who wants to answer or who wants to give me the answer about his third son? But before that, I wanted to read the description first, or I wanted to tell you the description first. Now, he told me about this third son that the description of his third son is the opposite sides are equal and parallel, and the opposite corners have the same measure. So what do you think it is? Okay, very good. This is called the parallelogram. Very good. We are getting close. So we had just identified the third son of King Quadrilateral. So who are they? It is the square, rectangle, and parallelogram. Now, let's proceed to his grandson. For his first grandson, he told me that starts with the letter T and ends with the letter D. And the description has one pair of parallel sides. So what do you think it is? Very good. It is called the trapezoid. So the name of first grandson is called the trapezoid. Very good, everyone. Now, for his last grandson, let's identify his last grandson. So he told me that the name of his grandson, of his last grandson, start with the letter R and end with the letter S. And the description are, all sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, and opposite angles are equal. What do you think it is? Very good. This is the rhombus, or the name of his last grandson is rhombus. So very good, everyone. We identify, or we just help king quadrilaterals. Okay. As for your next activity, so you are going to draw a scenario which all the quadrilaterals are present. So I will be giving you a art materials, and you have just going to draw it, and you are going to make it creative. Okay? Now, I will be giving you this art materials, and you are going to start your activity. You have a 10 minutes to do this activity. Now, if you are done, then we will now proceed to our next activity. Now, for our next activity, I will be giving you a set work, and you are going. This is a individual activity, so please get your paper or your notebook. So because we will be going to have a set work. Okay. Now, you are going to describe. I will be giving you a shapes, and you are going to describe its characteristic, and you are going to write it in your notebook. You are going to draw it, and on the side, on the other side, you are going to identify the characteristic or its property of each shape that I will be giving to you. Okay, do you understand? Okay, very good. Okay, it seems that you are all done. Very good, everyone. Now, for your last activity or for your assignment, you are going to do a jingle about what you have learned this day. Okay, you are going to present it tomorrow. So this is a group activity with the same group you have. You are going to present it by tomorrow. Okay, so you are going to present a jingle about what you have learned for today's discussion. Okay, so the longer of this jingle will be 2 minutes only. Okay, have, uh, if you take it not 2 minutes, so you will be having a deduction. So understood, everyone? Okay, now settle down. So that ends our discussion for this morning. So please stand up, everyone. Okay, goodbye, class. Okay, very good. See you next day.